time to get the show on the road. How's it going, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another round of 16 match. Gonna have the C5 Chop Chuds versus the C21 Jeon fan club. I'm your streamer slash caster from Cheese, bringing this match here tonight, today, evening, whatever your time zone is. We already got the teams in the lobby, got the players in the lobby, so I think we're good to go ahead and and go to the map pool screen here. All right, and just to kind of introduce the lineups here. From Chop Chuds, we have a absolute monster team. They are C5, so it's very expected. We got Decadent, Hot Dog 2000, Bunny Like Money, Caleb and Board Yes. And from the side of John Fan Club, we have Kagura, Rinse, Nuclear Bomb, Ryo Yamada, and Orangos. And it looks like we already seen the first ban coming from John Fan Club. It's going to be the Hidden 2 here. Getting rid of the reading. One of the harder, I think the hardest maps in the pool, actually. And it looks like we're going down the mechanics route of bans from Chop Chuds. Going with the DT1. Get rid of the, isn't this a 400 BPM aim? Oh, no, I was thinking of a different tournament. Never mind. I know it's going to be one of the Amy maps here. And it's going to be a first pick from Chop Chuds. They're going to be going with the tech. No mod 4 makes sense when you got players like Decadent on the team. Definitely want to go the tech route. Just like the previous no mod 4. It's, obviously it has tech. It's also got a couple other skill sets here. It's got some snap aim all, and yeah, it does. I think we kind of coined this type of maps like mini TBs. Obviously, this one's on the shorter side, so yeah, not quite TB length to put in the TB slot if we go 4-4 here. But yeah, obviously we're gonna see players like probably Decadent on, probably gonna be perma lobbying a lot of this. Obviously, with the OWC reigning champ here, you know, it makes sense that definitely gonna be one of the stronger players, one of the more carry players of this roster. Along with, gotta find out who Hot Dog 2000 is, because that might be. I forgot that collab from months ago. I figure out. Let's see, Hot Dog 2000 is. Oh, it's Swick. Oh, okay, yeah, Swick. Swick gonna be playing a lot of the control maps here. I imagine they're gonna be here for no mod 4. Who goes for the third here? Third could be really, probably it's gonna be someone like Caleb if I have to be honest. So we still see him in the lobby. As far as from the lineup from John Fan Club, I'm not too familiar with a lot of players. I think I've seen Nuclear Bomb play before, but I don't think I quite know what their skill sets rely on. But I think John Fan Club is gonna try to abuse some of the speedier picks here. So we're gonna see things like free mod 2. Is that too many speed? It might be DT2 possible abuse against Chop Chuds, but you gotta watch out for players like Bunny Like Money, who's a outstanding speed player. So yeah. And it looks like I've seen the golfs in chat here, and I think we're gonna get this one started here real soon. Waiting for the players to load up, and I think we're good to go. All right, first map underway. Alright, do see the early break come from Ryo Yamada. Hopefully that won't be too big of a break there. Do you see the break coming out of Ren? So, and there goes Orgoose, and there goes everyone from the side of John Fan Club, and no trades from Chop Chuds here. Swick, Decadent, Kebsa still holding on to the FCs. Already a 100k score lead. Just under 3 minutes, so it's not long, but it's not short. So, and it's already a big lead already. I guess it's to be expected though when you find a triple break. But they have recovered since then. Rent and Ryo Yamada do have combos. And Orgoose does find another break, unfortunately. And it's 299% on the side of Chop Chuds. 97 on Kebsa. Rent is the only one with decent accuracy at 98%. Actually out-acting Kebsa at the moment, but the FCs matter more. And yeah, they're just gonna continue on the onslaught. And to think that the matches before that we saw a seed 32 take seed 17 to a tiebreaker, and now seeing this is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. And Kebsa does find a break, and there goes Decadent with the break. Swick is the only one with the FC now. Ryo Yamada with a very huge recovery combo, but yeah, it's not good. Oh, there goes Swick. No FCs remain in the lobby, but yeah, there's no way Ryo Yamada and Orgoose alone with their combos are they're not taking back a 400k score lead, especially if the accuracy looking like that. Yeah, it just won't be possible, unfortunately. And yet, this is just gonna be a very strong decisive point for Chop Chuds. And yeah, it's just really a matter of time. It's a formality at this point that they finish out the map. See if they can do in the solid here, potentially grow it to 500,000 with a break from Decadent. It's not gonna quite work like that. And Ryo Yamada actually top score in the lobby right now. Of course, with questionable accuracy, it's holding on to 1200 combo. And yeah, Ryo Yamada has more score than Decadent, has more score than Hot Dog, has more score than Kebsa. But if it's any consolation prize, that is a very sick performance from Ryo Yamada. 0 miss. Along with Kebsa, they both got the 0 misses, both got the S ranks. Oh, along with Swick. A lot of S ranks actually on this No Mod 4. Regardless of 0 FCs though. Alright. Well, that's gonna be the very first point for Chop Chuds on their very first pick, so not gonna be too bad for John Fan Club. That's gonna be a win for the red team there. And we're gonna go over to John Fan Club's first pick. And I imagine we're gonna see speed potentially. So late on the pick here, and they do go with the Mechanics DT2. Could be our resident Vocaloid map here. Sakura? I don't know how you pronounce it, to be honest. I think there's more stamina though than straight up brawl speed. That's still kind of on the higher BPM side. And yeah, I expect Bunny Like Money from Chop Chuds to come in here. Who's gonna accompany him? I don't think Swick. Yeah, I don't think Swick plays high BPM like that. Does Decadent just come in here potentially? Maybe board, yes. And from Jeon Fan Club, not too familiar, to be quite honest. If nuclear bomb's anything like hydrogen bomb or Recticon, then yeah, maybe we see a nuclear bomb in here. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with the roster. Just noteworthy to point out that, you know, from previous iterations, it was 4v4 team size 8. And I think with the amount of FFs and, you know, how's the schedule of international like that, I think that's why we switched to team 3v3 team size 5 to kind of accommodate that and lower the burden on scheduling. At the same time, you know, it makes more well-rounded teams stand out a lot more with without having, you know, with all the substitutions and stuff like that. That won't be available to these teams, so they need more well-rounded players to play a lot of these skill sets. All right, getting started with the DT2. We'll see how this ends up. And it looks like we'll be Decadent and Swick in here for DT2. I think for a lower skill cap earlier speed maps, I think they should be Swick and Decadent should be quite fine on it. All right. First break's coming from Decadent, Nuclear Bomb, along with Orgoose. So it's already a combo lead for Chop Chuds with Swick and Bunny Like Money, holding down the FCs. Decadent breaking once again. And it's only Rio Yamada on the FC for Jeon Fan Club. And yeah, pretty much no support. And, you know, score lead is starting to grow to 200k already for Chop Chuds. Already a third of the way through. Still got some map to go, but it's not looking too good. 300k now in the lead for Chop Chuds. Yeah, there's got to be a triple break from Chop Chuds, and Rio Yama pretty much has to still hold on for FC. I imagine for them to have a chance. Another break from Nuclear Bomb, traded by Decadent. Orgus with a pretty decent recovery here, so potential counterattack being mounted up from Jeon Fan Club, but it's not gonna be worth anything unless Swick or and Bunny Like Money break, which knowing these players, how experienced they are on these types of maps and tournament setting, it's not gonna come easy. I'll just put it like that. And another break from Dagon. There goes Bunny Like Money. Coming kind of late here. Swick's gonna have to break here soon for a chance. But will be a combo advantage for Jeon Fan Club. They are chipping down some of that score lead, but Swick is still holding on. And I guess I might have misjudged. Oh, there goes Swick. Is there enough time? It's a pretty intense map. It's coming down super quick. Rio Yamada and Yorgus are still holding on. Is it gonna be enough? And they take the lead and spin to win. Can they hold on? And they do. What a comeback. They go from 200, 300k down all the way up to winning by only 20k points. What a comeback. I don't think we're gonna see anything like that ever again. Oh man, they win with a C rank? You gotta be kidding me. What? Orgos, I didn't even know you like that, man. Oh man, Rio Yamada came. Oh man, Rio Yamada came in clutch there though with that performance. 1.1 mil, 1.12 mil. That was absolutely crazy. I felt like that I shouldn't have seen that. That shouldn't have been possible, but Jeon Fan Club made it possible. We get a no mod to instant pick coming from Chop Chuds. I just realized for 21st seed, that means they would have upsetted the last. Yeah, they would have upset the last bracket. And now they're going against the 5th seed. Yeah, this should be a winner's bracket. I don't think. Is this a winner brackets match? I'm just gonna assume it is. Because I do not foresee the 5th seed losing to the, what, 20-something seed? This is losers bracket? What? Who let Chop Chuds in the losers bracket? That's absolutely crazy. Did they FF last round? Should have done a little bit more digging then. Oh. Well, so far we've got 2 it's lose bracket, 1 winner bracket, so go popular choice here. Wow, Chop Chuds lost. They must have not had a full roster or something. It's interesting. I refuse to believe a team like Chop Chuds a loss. It's crazy. All right, well, it's more tapping. I imagine rosters are probably going to stay the same. So Declan, Swick, Bunny Like Money. It's probably going to be Orgus, Rio Yamada, and Nuclear Bomb. Something like that. See. Okay, yeah, it looks like roster didn't change so much. The only thing that changed was the positions there. Yep. So this 200 BPM. Okay, Declan, what are we doing? Chain missed the first stream. It's not looking good so far. And Declan's supposed to be a really good aim player too. What happened to Ryu Yamada? Is this just Bancho? I expect probably a board here real soon. Is this Bancho? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Are they literally just gonna let it ride out like this? Yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now. No board. Ryu Yamada just gonna let this one slide? Well, it's kind of over 30 seconds quarter of the way of the map, so it's definitely too late. So yeah, it's, you know, the ref can't just abort, because realistically, if they didn't have stream, they wouldn't know. Yeah, they just wouldn't know, to be quite honest. So, and you can't just give a team preferential treatment just because, you know, there's a stream going on. You can't just assume they would want to abort. Well, Decadent, not quite on the FC. They did break on the first stream, so it must have been just a fluke, I guess. They're pretty good. Ryo Yamada is able to recover from I don't know what happened. Let's find a break there. And it's not too far. It's, you know, 400k in the lead. Declan finds a break, but Bunny Like Money on the recovery. And I honestly don't know what to make of that. I imagine Ryu Yamada probably would have got, I'd say I probably would have given him 500k. At least would have been a lot closer. I don't know why. Oh. Got a phone call. That's what I'm seeing in the chat at the least. Very unfortunate though. It kind of. Alright. I don't know if you see the chat there, but it looks like Ryo Yamada got a phone call. Bunny Like Money. Chop Chuds says they should replay if they wanted to. So, I mean, one of the players doesn't mind a replay of the map. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna replay this, if the ref's gonna replay this. Going to ask the host. Well, the host is European, and it's like, what, probably 3 or 4 o'clock their time. I don't know what's going on here. I guess for future matches, just silent your phone or put it somewhere where you have a reasonable excuse not to pick it up, right? Obviously, that's a joke. But I actually mean that. People got things going on. It happens. It's life. But yeah, I'm gonna see how we're gonna make of this. All right, it looks like we are getting a replay here, so I'm gonna take the point off of Chop Chuds. Gonna leave leave No Matu up there. Gonna be a 1-to-1 going into this. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think Ryo Yamato certainly would have at least got 500k. It was looking pretty solid when he did get back into the match, so it's all, you know, so we'll see what happens. It's really 50-50 whether a replay is good or not for yourselves, because obviously, you know, Decadent, Swick, Bunny Like Money, they could always improve on what they did, right? Along with John Fan Club, or they could do worse. It's just what happens, but no, I guess Chop Chuds doesn't mind the replay, so, you know, I guess if your opponents don't mind, then it should be fair game, right? But if I was Ryo Yamada, I probably would have called for a board and then a timeout afterwards, potentially. We'll see. And it looks like Decadent did not miss the chain miss the very first stream. Looks like they are probably a little bit more prepared for this. See what happens. See if we get a little bit more interesting match. But I imagine if you're Ryo Yamada, I wonder if they're gonna be a little bit tilted after that. We'll see. Obviously, now it's starting off a little bit closer from last time, now that Ryo Yamada is not starting with 20% accuracy. Yeah, looks like, yeah, Ryo Yamada is a pretty solid stream player. We saw that from the DT2, so I imagine John Fan Club's going to be, you know, looking up to him to put down the solid score. And now, yeah, it's a 6-way FC right now. Actually, not quite. I guess I'm gonna find a very later break that I couldn't even tell. It's still a nuclear bomb, but it's like really negligible, honestly. Better accuracy on side Chop Chuds overall. Yeah, all 99s and above for Chop Chuds. And yeah, get into the big streams here. It's still, I'd say, quote unquote, 6-way FC. And there goes a break from Decadent. And oh man, this is looking pretty good for John Fan Club. We'll see what happens after Boncho reloads. And yeah, that was a real break from Decadent. That's gonna be pretty bad for Chop Chuds. There's a break from Angus. Chain 100 from Nuclear Bonds, but he holds on. And yeah, since Orgus did trade that, it is still squirrely. Oh no! Okay, unfortunately we cannot replay for that. That is very unfortunate. But looks, oh, there goes Ryo Yamada. Okay. I think we can say for certain that this replay definitely benefited Chop Chuds more. We're not running it back. Will Bunny Like Money do it though? Will Bunny Like Money do it though? Oh my god. He does it! What was that? What? 1,400,000 SS For bunny like money. What? What happened to nuclear bomb? Yeah, sorry, bunny like money doesn't count. We're running back a third time. I no want to.
I think just for the culture, we need to run it back a third time.
Oh my
Personally,
god.
just for the culture, run it back a third time.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't even know you're. When'd you jump in?
I literally just now. Good morning.
Oh, okay.
That's TCOM speaking. Real. No, don't run it back a third. Sorry, as TCOM, don't run it back a third time. Don't run it back a third time. Don't do it again.
For legal purposes, it was a
The
joke.
culture says run it back a third time, but you know, I can't make that call.
We're gonna need an unbatch if we move on real.
All right. Well, this match is looking pretty good so far. It's I saw the 20K earlier. I've seen the replay on Nomad 2. Not sure what happened in Nuclear Bomb. Man had something explode at his house. I don't know.
A hydrogen bomb came in and destroyed the nuclear bomb. That's what happened. Rectagon was at his house.
Okay, so apparently Nuclear Bomb got 929K.
Oh wow.
So wait a second here, because if they're going to count that score, that is enough to give it back over to John Fan Club. No?
Wait, what? I don't think. I don't.
Oh
think
no, it is
so.
not. It is not enough. Never
No.
mind. They won by 1.3 mil. It just does not matter. No possible score he could have gotten would have flipped that.
No, yeah. Chop Chuds actually got a lot better score even after nuclear bomb got kicked. All right. I think it's finally settled here. Chop Chuds finally gets their point on Nomad 2. I don't think we're gonna do anything fun. Any more? No more funny business here. I think we're gonna get on to it. It's gonna be John Fan Club's next pick, and I suspect if DT2 win, might be Fremont 2. Could be a possible pick here. Stick with the mechanics. I think it's gonna be the last speed map they have.
I mean, it's a little bit of a weird spot to be in, right? Because you win the DT2 by such a low margin, and then you get pretty blown out of the water on the Nomad 2, right? Even with a 900K, you're still losing by a good 400K for the side of Jean Fan Club. So it's a little bit of a tough spot to be in, I think, for Jean Fan Club. But I mean, just based off of, okay, it's gonna be DT3. This is not speed though. This is a Kirby mix map. So this is very, very different. 195 BPM after DT. And it's really just Kirby mix style DT at 195 BPM. Not a ton to say about this one. If you have played a Kirby mix map before, you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into. I don't remember what the exact spike patterns in this map look like, but a lot of Kirby mix maps are characterized by a lot of relatively easy flow aim and then some really difficult spiky snap aim patterns.
Yeah, there are some difficult. I wouldn't say this map is quite spiky, but yeah, it does have some awkward wiggle patterns in this map, along with just regular grid style aim too. But yeah, just old mapping style.
All right, well, we'll see who comes in for this on both of these teams. Not a ton of roster switches that can happen in 3v3 team size 5. I feel like you're probably still having Decaton and Hot Dog 2000 on the side of Chop Chuds. Gonna guess Caleb Suh in for their third member. on the side of Jeon Fan Club. I'm looking mostly at, I think Orange Juice definitely, and apparently Rinse also in. Apparently also having spilled water on his tablet. Are we gonna abort this one also, or are we just playing through the water on the tablet? What's going on? I guess we're just playing through the water on the tablet.
I think every map needs at least 2 plays.
Yeah.
Funny Like Money is gonna be fine. The first break will be traded by Ryo Yamada, so yeah, but it's just gonna be significantly higher accuracy on the side of Chop Chuds. So looking at Declan more or less. Skip side will be finding the break, so it will be Orange Juice versus Declan on the FC. So not a decisive winning team right now, but score lead does sit on the side of Chop Chuds with about 90k in the lead.
A lot of this is just coming from Decaton and Bunny Like Money having those higher combos at the moment. Orange Juice is still matching Decaton, but nobody matching the combo from Bunny Like Money. Rinse and Ryo Yamada doing what they can. There goes a traded couple of misses for Caleb Suh and Ryo Yamada, but that's just better for Chop Chuds, and the score lead going to continue to grow in their favor now, up over 150k. And there goes Rinse as well. Caleb Suh is going to trade it once again, but it just does not matter. The super high extra combo on Bunny Like Money is doing so much work for Chop Chuds alongside that FC from Decatur. There finally goes Bunny Like Money, but the damage is mostly done at this point, 230k in the favor of Chop Chuds. And right now, Orange Juice just has to hard carry despite being down 100k in accuracy alone from Decatur's score.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much score Orange Juice is losing out just from accuracy alone. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough map left to try to take this one away. Oh, there's a break from Decaton, but Caleb Suh and Bunny Like Money do have the combos to kind of resist against Orange Juice. And there's a triple break from Jeon Fan Club. And that's just going to seal the deal there. And this will be a breakpoint favoring Chop Chuds, so they're going to be up 3-1 after that second pick from Jeon Fan Club. And we'll see if they're going to be able to consolidate here with the next pick. I imagine they're going to go something, probably something like Nomad 3, kind of like stick with a lot of the control maps. They did win kind of those snap aim type maps, so I can see the Nomad 3 be an instant pick from them.
I think after the wins on the Nomad 2 and this DT3, anything else flow aim focused probably feels really good for Chop Chuds. And it is a skill set that, looking at their team, you would kind of expect them to be good at as well. But they are going to go with the Hidden 1 here. And I think that works pretty well, right? 161 BPM flow aim Hidden 1 pick here. So, and also an original song from Techno Ioji, Domain Fragmentation, mapped by Girl Tech. So thanks to Girl Tech for the map, to select this for the hit sounds, and to Techno Ioji for the original song.
Luckily here, none of the original songs got banned, so it's always good to see here. DT1, Hidden 2 were the band, so Hidden 2, I believe, being a custom map and not original. And yeah, I mean, I do believe that the Hidden mods, both of Hidden 1 and Hidden 2, were going to benefit Chop Chuds, so it's no surprise they pick Hidden 1. And uh-oh, what's wrong with the ref? Ref here.
Uh-oh. Where's the ref?
Panic. Ah. Okay, there they are. All right, this from Chop Chuds. I imagine definitely in Decaton is definitely gonna be on this. I imagine Caleb Suh and yeah, probably Swick. Yeah, definitely. I imagine Swick comes in on here. From John Fan Club, probably gonna be Ryu Yamada, Orange Juice, and I don't know who the third might be.
Right now, Nuclear Bomb and Orange Juice are housing in chat, so I'm not really sure if they're gonna be playing this one. We'll see. I'm looking at Ryo Yamada, Rince, and Kagira if Kagira is here for this one. So okay, yeah, Ref has not put on Hidden One. Put on Hidden One, Ref, please. Let's get the map and the mods on. Let's go.
There we go. I was wondering why I was still listening to DT3. All right. I think, looking at the chat here, I think we're good to go. Still see too many players in the lobby.
Yeah, hopefully good to go in a second. I think this is just a very good pick for Chop Chuds. They're probably going to have a very good time with this. Money Like Money has been playing really well on the Flame pick. Vacaton, of course, is actually a very good Flame hidden player. Kind of worked on that a lot pretty recently. And then I feel like either Swick or Laser would be really solid fill players for this on their side. Maybe Laser with how early stage it is, and indeed Caleb Sut is still in the lobby. So we'll see what their final roster looks like, but I'm betting it's pretty similar to the ones we've seen so far. And it looks like Jean Fan Club is sticking with Ryu Yamada, Orange Juice, and Nuclear Bomb as well. Potentially Rince, kind of hard to tell. We'll see as we load in to map number 5 here. Yeah, indeed, going to be Rince as the last member there. And actually, Hot Dog 2000 Swick instead of Bunny Like Money on this pick for Chop Chuds.
Still kind of find it hard to believe that this is a lose bracket match with a team like Chop Chuds. At first I thought they FF, but no, they lost to Heyo last round. Interesting enough. Ooh. All the bottom row have found a break. It's only the players on top, Decken and Rince, that still hold on FCs, but Rince will be finding a break on those kick sliders there, and it's only going to be Decken with the only FC in the lobby, and we're not even a quarter of the way through into the map, but this is kind of expected on a high caliber player as Decken, but we'll be finally finding a break. And yeah, it's a 100k score lead for Chop Chuds as we're still hanging in the Ki section here, about to come to an end. And it's gonna be Rince with the highest combo in the lobby. I don't know if with that act it's gonna be enough to carry back the score lead just yet. Look at players on Ryu Yamada and Orange Juice. They are lacking in the accuracy department, so it's a little bit concerning, but they are chipping away square lead from Chop Chud, so as long as Rince can hold on, they should be able to take back the score lead here real soon. Haven't got to the CAD quite yet, so hopefully this should be free enough to take back the score lead. Another break from Decken in there. That's going to give them a little bit of a boost to get the score lead back, and we're about to go into the next Ki section. Rince still holding on. Double break on Ryo Yamada and Orange Juice. It's going to be Swick with the highest combo on the side of Chop Chuds, but Rince is doing everything they can to hold on to the FC, but they just don't have enough support, and it's very unfortunate with this type of performance from Rince that they have yet to get the score lead back. Another double break. It's Rince all alone here.
Rince with the absolute LeBron performance right now. Can he no help his way to a break point? I think Swick or Decaton needs to miss for it to happen. Probably Swick, because there's just no extra score coming from the rest of Jean Fan Club. Unfortunately, I mean, Ryu Yamada and Orange Juice trying their best, but just not having a good time with this map. There goes Swick, though. Is that enough for the end of the map to give Rince some extra score here? I think not.
No.
You can tell by the shakes this was probably a really, really good run for Rince, but it's just not going to be enough. The object density is not high enough here at the end of the map, and despite a Herculean effort from Rince, it is not going to be enough to win Jean Fan Club the point. A little bit better supporting scores from the side of Chopped Chuds. 230k for Caleb Suff, 440k for Swick. The supporting scores to Caton's 500k, and just too good of an overall team score for Jean Fan Club to bring it back. Credit where it's due, because I've been in the shoes of Ryu Yamada and Orange Juice before, right? Sometimes there's maps that just nobody on your team is good at, man, and you just got to tank, and it looks so bad and it feels bad when you're that player, because you feel like you're holding your team back. But if there's nobody good at the map, there's nobody good at the map, man, and that's just a team building win. That's just a win before the tournament starts for Chopped Chuds. That lineup is just much better at that sort of map. Rinse, though, credit where it is due. Absolutely fantastic play from him. Just unfortunately not enough. And now 4-1 the scoreline in favor of Chopped Chuds, as Jean Fan Club needing a win here to stay alive in the tournament.
That's a crazy high roll performance from Rince there with the 700k. No one really came close to him. Not Decadent, not Swig, not Caleb. Decadent came the closest to Rince with only a 500k score. He was 200k behind Rince. And yeah, that's definitely gonna favor him in the match cost. But unfortunately, match cost doesn't win you the point, doesn't win you the match. It's the team performance in a team match. And it looks like they're gonna be going with the no mod 1. I guess they're doing a little bit gambly here. It's gonna be Tome LG here. Very, very popular song. This one is a custom though, so it's not like the other map sets are ranked or other map sets that exist with this. So yeah, it's just gonna be straight up aim, kind of similar to a lot of the other map sets of this of No Mod 1.
And Caton play with the right-hand mouse, so it's fair. I'm not sure that's how that works, but we'll see. You know, it's an aim map. They have some good aim mechanics players on the side of Jean Fan Club, but at the end of the day, it always feels a little bit like an aim pick is kind of a coin flip here. Maybe that's what you need if you're Jean Fan Club. You know, maybe you are thinking you don't quite have any good outs, and so you're picking a coin flip and trying to see if maybe aim is a good strategy, or maybe you win the toss on this one. But with players like Decaton and Swick on the side of Chopped Chuds, even Laser, Caleb Saw is a really good aim player. So I'm not so sure that this is the winning play. That said, Chopped Chuds I think is just the favorite on paper, right? So sometimes you have to take some chances that might not look like winning plays, because there just aren't that many of them, right? And it's about maximizing your chances at a win rather than picking something you know you're going to win in cases like this, where you're not quite sure if you're going to be able to pull it off. And we've seen some pretty solid plays from Jean Fan Club throughout this match, so let's see if they can clutch up and keep themselves alive in the tournament, stave off elimination with the No Mod 1 pick.
Yeah, Decadent and Swick are like the aim players of all time, so definitely gonna be a tough one for Jean Fan Club to win this. So hopefully luck is on their side, and there's unfortunate misses on the side of Chopped Chuds, so hopefully to let Jean Fan Club pull through on here. And right now, it's looking a little bit hopeful. Funny Like Money did find an early miss there. We'll be trying out nuclear bombs early miss. So it's 2 FCs versus 2. Act lead on the side of Chopped Chuds. Yeah, everyone has 99% on Chopped Chuds. Jean Fan Club, they all scored 98s, 97. So we'll be down to accuracy, but not too much. And get into the first Ki here. Nuclear bomb's gonna be finding a break right before the Ki. But Orange Juice and Rihanna still hold on to FCs. That's all you could ask for at this moment. But multiple misses from Nuclear Bomb and no trades from anyone for Chopped Chuds isn't going to be doing them any favors. And looks like they're just not, comfortable with this type of dense aim here. And it's starting to show here. That being said, there has not been any trades from Funny Like Money or anyone inside Chopped Chuds, so Chopped Chud's gonna be here and bring on more score lead to their side. It's about on 3-minute 40-second map, so score lead won't get that high that quickly. But Orange Juice and Rio Yamada is going to do everything they can to hold on to the current FCs they have right now. They are behind in accuracy, so they not going to really gain the score lead, even if we do find a break from Bunny Like Money. But there's going to be a break from Rio Yamada, and I think the fall is about to start here for John Fan Club. But Deccan does trade it. There is still hope on side John Fan Club if Orange Juice can hold on, but you have to expect a break from Swick for that to be possible, because there goes the break.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Orange Juice!
Wait!
Is this gonna be the LeBron play?
He tried on the last map. He tried on Hidden One. Can he actually do it this time on Nomad One? Oh my god, man! Entire team collapse from chuds in the breakdown there. And now Orange Juice with the opportunity to pull them back from the brink, still 170k down into the last quarter of the map. You basically have to FC in order to pull your team back and win the pick and keep your team alive in the tournament. This is Orange Juice here. Can we get just an absolutely ridiculous performance? Some of the hardest carrying I will have seen in a tournament match in a good long while, if this guy is able to pull this off. Down under 100k, down under 90k, another couple of breaks come through from Ryu Yamada and Nuclear Bomb. Is there enough gas in the tank? Is there enough map left for this guy's FC to keep them alive in the tournament? It's not even under 50k yet, and we are coming up on the end of the map, and goddamn, no help. Orange Juice, LeBron just not able to get the ball to the other side of the court as 935k on the FC comes through. He's still, unfortunately, not able to bring them over the finish line, and the overall team skill and consistency for Chopped Chuds is what brings them instead across the finish line and into the quarterfinals weekend.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Orange Juice getting the rinse treatment on that one. Very, very unfortunate. The only FC in the lobby, and just wasn't enough. This is, it's not, it is 3v3, so, there has to be more of a team effort here involved to win these matches and win these maps. And yeah, you can't really have a one-hit wonder here on your side. You need a full team to be able to win this. With that, John Fan Club is going to be losing 5-1 here. At least it's not a sweep. They did get through it with at least 1 point. So, congrats to them on that at least. It's just unfortunate that they had to go against the 5th-seeded team of the tournament. So, yeah, very, very unfortunate roll for them.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unlucky roll. I feel like against a lot of other teams in losers bracket this weekend, Jean Fan Club might have had a bit of a better time with especially those last 2 plays from Orange Juice. It feels like those plays really could have won this team those points against so many other teams, but Chop Chud's just a little bit too good for the losers bracket round 1, it feels like. They are going to advance, of course, into the quarterfinals losers bracket round 2 next weekend. And unfortunately, Jean Fan Club is eliminated from Resurrection Cup 2025. Thanks for playing. See you next year. And good luck to Chop Chuds in the quarterfinals weekend.
Catch all y'all later. It's going to end it here tonight. Unfortunately, I won't be streaming the next match. It's getting a little bit late for me, so going to go to bed after this one. But hopefully all y'all have a good day, good afternoon, and good night.